happy to announce the launch of our new logo. We have evolved since our incorporation in 1997, and it is time to refresh our new look to reflect who we are today. Before I reveal our new look, however, walk with me while I take you through our journey of the last 25 years. Trust Bank was incorporated on July 3rd, 1997 and began operations on October 1st, 1997. Following the collapse of the parent company of its predecessor, Meridian, the CBG stepped in and recapitalized the bank and held the shares in trust, thus the name Trust Bank. In 1999, the first investors who responded to the IPO and paid $1.50 per share received their maiden dividend of 50 bututs per share. In 2000, the bank fully paid back its investment by declaring another dividend of $1.20 bututs per share, making it a cumulative dividend per share of $1.70, which was 20 bututs above the purchase price. Between 2002 to date, share capital has increased from $27 million to $200 million, indicating that the bank has grown organically by plowing back profits to increase capital, while at the same time paying dividends to shareholders. The bank was listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange in November 2002, being the first ever cross-border listing in the sub-region. Now let's talk about awards. The bank was awarded the insignia of the National Order of the Republic of the Gambia, ORG, in the year 2010 by His Excellency the President of the Republic of the Gambia. During the past years, the bank has received so many national and international awards. Banker Magazine, 6 times. Global Finance, 6 times. Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, 5 times. We began operations with 3 branches. Now, we have 18 branches and 20 ATMs and counting. On digital services, mobile app, check. Online banking, check. Transaction alerts, check. Watch this space. We've got more coming. Creating employment, yes, we've got that too. 400 and counting. And we take great care of our people too. Medical insurance, life insurance, private and state pensions, annual pilgrimages for both Muslims and Christians, training, yes, we do them all. One team, one family, one goal. That's the Trust Bank spirit. On corporate social responsibility, we have spent over $50 million in various causes. We care, and so we share. Over the years, we have paid over $1.6 billion to our shareholders, which translates to a whopping $20 per share and counting. Phenomenal returns for our shareholders who purchased at $1.50. Corporate taxes, over $1 billion is paid. Our journey started with a vision to create the kind of company that delivers quality services and innovative products with an inspired team dedicated to serving our customers, our environment, and our communities at large in the most caring manner. We remain fully committed to delivering excellent services to each of our stakeholders, customers, employees, shareholders, and partners. So, we remain true to who we have always been. As we look forward to greater achievements, we are rebranding to reflect who we are today and the future that we inspire. Our new logo has been designed to visually demonstrate our Gambian heritage and the sophisticated nature of the bank. We are moving away from the navy and gold-colored parallelogram-shaped logo to our baobab tree with a rising sun in the background. The striking outline of a baobab tree at sunrise is a familiar sight to anyone who has spent time in the Gambia. Our new logo and visual identity are inspired by our core values and spirit of being a pioneer in providing a unique banking experience. It is a completely new look that better matches the transformation we have made as a company. But we remain your Trust Bank. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor to present to you our new logo and corporate identity.
For the first time in the history of the Gambia, Gambia Printing Publishing Corporation proudly introduces the Biliomatic exercise book printing machine. The machine has the capacity to print more than 20,000 books per hour. Yes, 20,000 books per hour. It also prints magazines, newspapers, calendars, flyers, normal books and all kinds of printed documents plus items at affordable prices. With the Biliomatic printing machine, GPPC can now render high quality and non-size restricted printing service supply across the sub-region. Rush now and partner with GPPC for all your public and private printing service needs. Print with us today and you'd be offered highly professional, reliable and efficient service delivery by our team of experts. The Gambia Printing and Publishing Corporation is here to meet all demands and is reliable at all times. For more info, contact us on 437-4493 or 437-4402. GPPC is Gambian and it's yours.
This season on Kerr Fatou.
The reason I have always called for a national dialogue is because a government must be responsive to the needs of its people.
Fatou.
Tell you one thing, if me as an individual, if I know that there is somebody that I definitely wrong, I will be bold enough. I will go to the person. I will appeal to him and apologize him.
Make decision today because I don't make decisions lightly. I investigate, I do my research, I get the facts, I call the experts, I summon meetings, I get the technicians, then I reflect and I make a decision.
Why did you lose the election?
Well, we lost the election because of kidnap registration. We had evidence of people being registered before the opening of the registration.
Hello and welcome to another edition of our show. Baɗigol bismillah en Kerr Fatou programme o ton kamin nati aramisa bi fanam bi jankote ke kakacha do natale. Of course mboda local government elections lakono, and then landing actually after promise lenunko after election abinale ngakacha. So we spoke to him over the phone Kabra Winter and we congratulated him, but again after the election this is the first time Esa. Chairman, congratulations and welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much. Allah baraka bake.
Esa, comme nga fanya min drum, nay ka cha kan jana election. He promised koni election obanta bina jampurunga kacha amuna mala direction ti for the second term, and also karte cool kete nyadile nga jele cool tare nyaming elara bare nga kido jele wo yo fay ko e ko nyancholu ika fo ni to ganye jani kasi siranga ka kido le fay ni ma halon ko wala ka ke o ma fongola bari landin na guest bi we'll be talking about I'm going to plan sort of for the people of LRR for the second term. First time mola tale is mandate sendal ko take muna mala planti wolbe kala kacha motibi.
Yeah, abaraka bake kafo kotenke congratulations to Honorable Landing, Chairman of Mansakonko Area Council. Ngamira kabiring bentanun jani election he was optimistic that victory will be his, but I follow fananko atuta LRR dingo lebulu lebe carte odila mi lafta me tame barate jikita ko ay do ko men kani nyomo yo men fananke o batin nale ko be lala la kotenke puruka carte odila anu wala keta to be honest I must say that LRR kan defengale nunga follow ko well LRR as a keno la nyaho nya dal at some point, because menketa ngajele NPP beje penetrate kanu nyameng you know, especially parliamentary election ni nata Jara, even Jara West UDP man even sits sort of the whole of Jara so but nga vote sol korosi nyameng, even though Kiang West seem to have a smaller voter population, if I'm right, compared to Jara Duladolto, but it seems like Kiang West wole victory in pool for Landing. The difference was huge. So ngamira wole fenkoka. But then just to come here for Nyameng, you know, now is the opportunity. Yes, 5 years term mitale. New term mensoto. What plans does he have for the people of LRR? I think wala kumata bi me alon konsa discuss no, because kiyang ninjara dingol be sulare menna bi wala chairman o me alon ko abela nyaje fitala abela problem will solve la. And he as the chairman ibe sularim puro atelo lo dulato but I plan sol mel soro lo kumata lafta wala lonna
Landing so kabira tajong obviously yemi fonyo wolonko ki jaral ela fixed deposit barinte ko ndol West Coast sai alento sonnalo ko West Coast lom alla fixed deposit bay tonya ndolom powerhouse te bari ngajele fana minketa West Coast kodi tonya lam hani saying you know you ite perspective mi yalonko ndol ngami argue nun jang wolom the president ye LRR tanyami and then the National Assembly nata you were able to change that earlier on, and that was what you said was going to happen. Muna hatina ya mira follow falling oketa LRR nkoli mandate to Murundi kang, especially with a huge vote difference.
Excuse me. Abaraka bake Fatou. I think Mr. Njai Esa. Content battle pour nga muruna njambi alhamdulillah rabbil alamin pour na le kacha comme ali afanya men birin sita jang commando nga men fale alala demaroto anin mo kendol men be LRR ila doku senoto bi murtana jang comme ka men foto nyala msayende west LRR ni West Coast ngandunne powerhouse yala but nina rajube West Coast is pulling that much for Puruntolu, that I mean UDP. Now winning in West Coast seem to be significantly increasing, and it's very consistent. Nia Jube, but Nina Rajube and Dolfana Carola coming on file commando. Of course, nobody will oversight coming the past results Kerenyaming, but coming off Ale Nyaming, that might not actually be the case in my own venture elections because West Coast ni ajibe ani you West Coast ikatama leta election ola LRR la population o karakilon more than half menka voting population a karakilon bebe kombole so they struggle to go back and vote so sometimes in some elections ning facilitation o manka nyama pour transportation o ke moleta voting na the difference is either is low or the opposing party will win. Niwolia akeno anyama. You understand? So when sort of local government election, parliamentary election to Bakele, and in councilorship election, councilor election. But then we learned our lessons. We still know because in the assessment we know ko downside with them. But this is dollar party sometimes there are funding challenges, just like any other opposition political party we have. So banko warta nyamen ni ikoy be mol be transport la to all the corners of the country. O can affect le wala keta water. But I told you we were going to change the dynamics in the chairman election. And wala keta. So wala in West Coast la Carola into la Carola. Wala ka different. Ni one until we still remain as the powerhouse.
Okay.
Because until la Carola until ka moto le jo, moto luas. Yajele kaw mol be sa mera ka develop. West Coast the longest distance you will travel is Fonyi. You go and vote. And transportation you don't even need to hire for people. Vehicle for people. They will just go and vote. So until I go moto le luas la moleta ka develop. Because near decentralization of Jubi, who be kombole. Ndolu na mol na rantata kombole. Like all the kiangas are in Brikama. So wale factors in ka play back and la quarter. So by the presidential election, a lot of people went. So bring resource to Onyama Dolbeji, they felt Kongana pass on Yongata.
Discouraged.
Play, but we still remain the powerhouse. More kind of money neola. UDP, LRR still remain the powerhouse and still continue to be the fixed deposit for UDP.
But election more prove the landing.
Election are proof.
And man from the presidential.
Even the presidential. You understand? We tried because there was some factors for non-responsible, but we were too optimistic to come a winner. Okay, so we were too optimistic to come a winner. But you be lessons learned. Well, when it came to this other election, in order to convince and tell the people, Nakala, our people went and voted massively and won massively. Just to show the opposing side, they still have no ground in LRR. And they can never have ground because what happened is educated them to fall and all the form busila. Added to because you go to Kawada, UDP has a record of not having that much votes in Kawada. That doesn't happen in this case. You go to Kawada, this time around, don't vote Jamal Soraji.
Surprisingly, yes.
Yes, because political awareness lenara. Because the culture of that divide and rule and that tribalistic sentiments and all that, you may cultivate water, don't go break. I don't Kawada people understand code. That's not the fact. When you Kawada Jube for decades, there is no meaningful development in Kawada at all. You can't Mansa Soso. I can't Mansa Soso because I told loyal to Mansa. But I need more Soso. But over the past how many decades, Kawada has been loyal to government. What has government done in Kawada? Or what has governments done in Kawada? So, in Kawada, so, in 5 years, in development, in 3 decades, Mansakonko area council in Kawada, near quantify, ya qualify, these 3 decades past, government more okay, Kawada. All put together, and it's very evident. You take your pen, you go to Kawada. You look at the projects we've implemented in Kawada, against the projects the governments of the past implemented in Kawada. Life-changing, I mean. These are not just white elephants. You want to get for ambulance on the Sibito. Ambulance on the book of fuel of ambulance on the drive for Ibuka, it's not station. You understand? Ambulance on the service. What is the use for that?
So village land for area like small area Kawada.
Kawada is an area in LRR. But I come and misal fe in traditional settlement. You have Kiang, you have Kawada, you have in Kiang Kawada Kiang Bejele, even in Jara Kawada Bejele Mujarat. But it's the strip that is on the border lines with southern Senegal. You understand? So you can't forget Kawada. So Kawada this time around voted massively for us because we implemented life-changing.
But I'm not winning it.
No, but we changed the dynamics.
That helps. For example, area me become most of the year. Me not a town sort of.
This is even simple majority. It's simple majority. First party, so any vote counts. Yes. Because it adds to your overall.
What is significant, and that's what I want to applaud. After me, simple majority, but dami da ko la boxo kan sen ka boje yana fo ko 50 la soje o ko kebe ni fen la soje yalla wo is a very big achievement anu yana fo dami ko albuka meeting fonka nunji but sa kata o alka meeting ko je alka we have that contact because we demystify, we try to break because kawada jeman ga motade bel dan dajela nimben ke fanja ko baadi wala mu kabala ndo fana baadi wala you are the same people ndo la wulu ka nyokan je nyolo very well so that's what we try to do ndara na ngairan kabala ko la men kane ka am kumol men fay to nyante even though we have series of beralalu in kabada we still ngol beralal ton to our advantage and we won because kala ya kabala ngol ko era council landing mam fen kala kala bulano era council will tell you kabala ko ka fo ko ete mun ka ja. That's normally because we tell them that.
Do you think saying political be falling kind of demanding because follow to ngajele ko ka fustantu satelu no disrespect but more careful ko buka mansa so mansaka win back in this santo satel tol but saying ngaminje haninte mama mi an ka bijana ne ka fo barin kana mole jo. So is it because even though still a bit slow but awareness binakane mol kalna ko yes man say nyinkele because ni LRRJ the reason why mol start ka hakili fluster nunje ko maybe government will hold grip because presidential win and then ngajele inwards minke during the National Assembly elections but development mi for example silol min kumasta kakeje ngaje kurang fenkol nata sate dolto so fengo dol mi ko ya jeme time mi alonko amman soto nun kiang elara right ngaje nyimma sakunda wol dol nati so even president wala campaign ko mol ba fo kanko president manyana sula cartela jangal ma dia la kata nyinne kale so ni mol man carte ni mol ma reciprocate ka funya de reciprocate that word is always difficult for me so ni mol ma okay right imamira ko just that notion ko nimman say silolo aja waray belolo aja waray crownati drong nyanta carte fayale molbe doesn't mean ko molbe aware kane even in the satel
molbe aware kane politically because until birin la council seat we had embarked on series of town hall meetings and this was supported through funds from our very good partners kada town hall meetings okay kafu mole ko alla nyanto muniti don tolte civil society bulay da make ndol fo we are the primary duty we need to tell our people il nyanto muniti ndol kan but we also tell them what their responsibilities are pour ye namo jo ni nga fo dole ko alla namo sate mu me comme ni ko jifaro misal fe jifaro e ko alla namo mu nangamlete bari project card na alla jawo mu nangamlete nin ko ngakata fo ma kay ka fa ali akata to nyala because ni na LRR fo mu be la namo juwe ne la namo kaf nyoma yen to la salaries bonije ye fueloning other things bonije membe plaje at a project keno membe tamila 5 million you understand so ndo kana project ko ke men yalla project kilo kana 15 million or more than that so ni na fusate bring our start kamolu round ngol foye inata area council your confidence to demanding kaitandi ko on the whole iba kata kan so that support that helped we are ne mol ye information di ke empower and if people are empowered aketele makoy go ma say yalo ne ko ntola responsibility danta damento yalo ko tola namo ka mendi na simune keno na capacity for danta damento so the expectation level nying is being controlled so ni nada ku ke menta mita wala e kaje ko ba kata kan then they appreciate it so all over the region not only Kabana all over the region we have some gray areas many along ko fang hana man Kabana many along ko we have it very difficult there. But we made all efforts. Kafute makadia muye. Umanka political Caroline to load la mendi. Wala la bring political sita. Ya lo men kaneka information of remember. Alka bere la men for this. Nimbere la bande kela. Ntela mbe campaign la wato mena. President na raja bero la. Baro bero la man la bere jela la elara. Fo kiya wes la bero man la. Kiya wes la silo bela belo rinyade. Amambang. For how many years abe jam ban no. Ibe bere do be lari omambang. Kala bere dola. Omambe kala bere dola in the same area. So more they put one on one together. Yalonko, my friend, where is the substance? You need to work and finish and start. So you give them a lot of options. You give them time to think. You are so much interested in getting their votes than their development. Because it can start Sangi Saba for me, that is 100 plus kilometers. How many more years? What about reform? You understand? So these are more capacities to analyze some of these things. So I think need to have for you on the inside. You know, I know some people cried.
Correct.
Because yes. Because for their people disappointed them. You may disappoint. You know people make so called na moldam. Iman ke 30. Will be jail kawita ma wulu. Ite olda je. Ite amra ina roye kuma mese ol folie. Remember inte campaign you got 3 ministers. Minister of Environment, Minister of Finance, Minister of Health, and occasionally, let me say it that way. Another minister kana. Nto otofola. Ya mambo LRR ba ngame atafana ko ba atafana mu fuloldi atasina fulol la mine sunya. Atafana ka fa sama nanje. Maje nyala ba ya fanya. Yo so wolu ngolu culture nyol tinya. Ila mira sifal. Ka fo ba ite fulol taje isa ite si diam fulol. And so people go back not knowing what is our relation in fulol benyadil or the flock community. I'll tell you one thing. This place, Angal Fuda. I want to tell you, you say Kerr West.
Yeah.
You know Kerr West is the powerhouse.
Yeah.
It is a decider. Kerr West will decide it. Yeah, but this time around, Jara West, there are areas in Jara West, in Toluca Windamento. I got 1 seat. Wow. We divided it. Normally, the ruling party, even Yajamata, will take all. But this time around, the ruling party took one, I took one. You see, Molu Kunintale. Always somewhere, more kunintale. You can't just come, you play people's mind because after you have Mansakonko or after you see Carlet, you know, you see Carlet. See Carlet, one man in a fast or young. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it for see Carlet. You don't have to go, okay, ma, one do Mamma, almost see it. So, what I think this is what the trend for NPP is. Yeah. So, that. I should not say all because maybe if you're in or maybe where they are going wrong. And this I am very proud of. The communities many are going to look after Walter Filante, will not find because I will not say all, but it will prior relationship member more tema. More fanul, more lamolu. You understand? So that is what that played a very good role, and that made people disappointed.
I will partly agree with you because disagree damning a bit is awareness in coming for. I mean, people say Gambia mul kuning tele political Carola. I disagree. Well, maybe people are cool ketanyaming of recent election outcomes and all that, but in the Amirako Jang. People are still, stuck in this negativity of tribal politics, unless and until come situation may along, let's say what happened in Kabada, for example, for the past years, or for the past decades, Mansakonko and Manfenkejang and all that, maybe at some point, a mindset change to demanding. But it had to be, even you go to URR, for example, your bridge was fine, but the bridge they are even charging you, and this is the region where the president is even from, and the ruling party won with a huge margin. So at some point, for me, it's not only about elections. Ninko more awareness politically is not only about elections, but importantly, even post-elections, issues happening in the country. For more border bang people concerned about Munkulel Bekirime alonko abeng affecting. It's not only about election. That is why Gambian political awareness, even though people can have their opinions that a lot has improved, but for me, we still have a long way to go. But where I will agree with you is also at some point, yes, nga wajelo improvement ojele mola model beji ava bede because nga fala awareness ni mantara je baake, but to be honest, model nyaajele telephone demanding because nga example ota my own village Tankular. Now, silo natala sa mano natala kodi mano binakan. But now in fact I was told just this weekend dola ka fanyo kom, in fact they are planning keneba Tankular and manduwa Tankular. Il have to silo flow be dalale. At some point, some are even saying, I think, Jali Tankulari, Nyando Fanandidal or whatever. But these two roads is so. Silo Tatalentola Sato, ya plan Yami. Berosa Manyami, ya Samale phone na Badala. So, Kabiri Waketa, I remember Dole Nata, Nasati Module Nata, and Bekachaka, Koha, Isai Yanda Kato de la Baronco, what? Munatini Yanda Karodia. Nga merode so mero me an kanan wansi class ko akon amanke ko nyanda carte o dilala kon na nyanto le nyinti na namun ko wala jo so nim man say silo samba nan jama man ka fevo le ke mole man ka ma ko le a nyanta men ke la wala ka ke ko ay wala ke woton tolta man sa jola carte wala because yenyi neke abi dialan tolle be carte o dila men so kuma because mo la sota mel sa do ko mel ka fako al nyanda carte o dila man sala le say bari sign al kumota silo la le kiyang silo na ta sign silaba kata sayang amanda wala kotenke silo fanan dundana kotenke amanda wala fasa fo silo kana fonto la sado kono tangulal be remote nyame nyaji be river gambia be wolto
amanda wala courant fana natalia
well courant mo
be nagi elara
na elara
ya ki elara to inda kare fa baro
no but so what I'm trying to say is that ikaji ko oldol beji ite be jutula walla ko inana man si class ko na tedinte but of course wala fahamuro do man din sotale because mo la fanan ko soto melka diamo ka den la ko nyimal la nyantolati anira jibe. Of course, coming election on Yinketa, I think NPP got 4130 lembang. UDP got 284 lembang. I think this chairmanship election menketa. So it didn't already be 130 okay. So it means like NPP is super. Yeah, it could be because few things are influenced no silo nying yeah akata nyaw nyang ate modol move la bada bedol move la
yes,
and secondly safe from badan la sate wol kiangwe safe badan la sate wol so the fact that the chief is even from there ufananka influence soto because obviously in safe ni man salakatara nyoko and all that no so despite that you know Landi was able to pull out something in Tankola so yenko ngol dol jele ko at least kuningo keta dol la karola but I still think that mbekoma bakele in terms of political awareness.
One more process leti. You will agree with me over time. Niajube puru mol kam wala mindset change. It has to take a while.
Yeah.
Process them. But left them member lema wala mo as politicians and political organizations also. Na responsibility sort to create awareness. Atakala don come ka for na vote. Adu in my area man bla do londe man bla belong. But until a party in na area, we are so much good in telling people ko alla nyantola munyinti. Ka kuodo falam fo même form nga komen al kadro fainte mbe tragros na no. Sometimes we talk to people. We sensitize them. We talk to them about their rights and responsibilities. And that is not like politicking. That is a responsibility on every political party to provide that civic role. Purila moli kuningosodo political karola. Isaje nite form by the time you take over and nite form searing they know what your relationships are. Man of I understand. I don't want to be cake and tolia. I'll tell you one thing. Inter be campaign or waterman. I know na opposite party, especially that is basically NPP. I have been getting some odious. Many some people were making some very bad comments about me. But anyway, ni mode those sort of me along content more point bad comments all for personal attacks and others. Na keta what mistake all them, but I talk about issues and I talk to my people on what I expect from them. So it's more impressive. I don't know if NPP on the opposition side male. Campaign your bait, you can't talk about me when you even don't know me. I can't political platform where you talk about only me. Who am I after all? Yeah,
it looks like this campaign, I mean, in KM, campaign to KM, LRR, Banjul, instead of candidates talking about policies and policies, they were busy attacking the incumbents. And then wofana incumbents will fana makoi baleke.
Because incumbent LRR, ask everybody, LRR people know me far more than Momo Kalo platform for better. More na opposing side, ila campaign trail. Momo kataje, momo beje. LRR yentel long katami wol bela. Especially la key people. Ila key people from A to Z. LRR, I worked in LRR as a regional officer for 5 consecutive years. Apart from Mujie citizen or Nyawanya, ngado kuoka jele. And I have stepped in almost every corner as a youth officer, working with young people and communities. So it at a film, it will come in front of me. My even be home, for many years. For example, it are landing tender, it and these are the feedbacks I got.
So Nico landing, because I remember when we had you here, you were talking about an important project that has to do with, I think, skills, training among young people and all that. I mean, like you said, you have a skill center in, is it Mansakonko?
Yeah.
Something like that. So it should be a concern to you still. Ni nata funding ke wala meche karangola. Londo la karangola andu nyimfana imako ile la prudoku soto, because we have a mass movement of people from the rural areas to urban areas. War is not peculiar to LRR and Mafoko. Mansakonko Area Council under your leadership will have to completely solve that. I think that is also a national problem. But what efforts are you making? Because getting into your second term now, you have, of course, you must have plans. But do you have any plans of, adding more into this other area? Mealonko has to do with skills development among young people. What plans do you have for them?
Thank you very much. If you could recall, last night before we start campaign, I have few new projects, many are in the offing.
Yeah.
Now I made an introduction to those new projects. Nimurta nan kaira kono. Manta kukuta jama start la. Na bulol men nge kumas project kol men yalonko. Most of them ye funding ke olema. Mbe wolle sementu yala nge bambandi because project kol lem wolti men yalonko project balle muti adi kumaya battle. Wol si funding ke ola balu falinole manke komen for project they are just infrastructure or just projects they'll beautify, but they are life-changing projects. I told you about the hospitality training center that we've constructed. It's now, just for your information, it's now completed, waiting for inauguration. We're not going to do it on our own, but ning Mansakunda bundal begel many ye farm roke funding la karandiri nyato. We are not working in isolation. No bundal bembulod na nyuba hala fanya bundalo men yalan ko sido ko ken ni funding ko mentol kang to create the environment and create a space for others to perform.
Yeah.
So we will work with other strategic partners. Hospitality Training Center is one of its kind in the Gambia.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a state of art. Niraje is built firmly on present day environmental, social, guides and principles. They are so much environmentally friendly. And these are UN guides.
Where is it located exactly?
It's na Fencho, na conference center.
Okay.
Na conference center na Sifolo, na Fencho follow.
Yeah.
Just behind it, nge kenyo balalesa ye benyo complement la. Nyindo mu school de dino karanje ekal practical okay.
Conference area council la Fenko la premises la kono.
No, abe Mansakonko, obe Mansakonko. So, but Abedamendo na center be na conference center, which is both for conferencing and for accommodation. So, by la training center just like what is in Kanifing, it's the same.
Yeah.
Furol beje kujama beje, and it's going to be well equipped. Okay. The funding, alhamdulillah. So, at any point in time, 90 young people are trained at every point in time. Housekeeping, food and beverages, and in front office. So I don't know if the expert is our partner, service partner, that is the GTHI, Gambia Hospitality Training Center, GTI. It will be a technical partner. It will be operator, based on some agreements.
But after their training, your training based on a pareta, you will be housekeeping, food and beverage and all that. Are they expected to work in LRR or they also come into the combos?
No, with the essence of training, they will have the option to decide whether they stay in LRR and even be their own private sector individuals. They can establish their own enterprise.
But you don't have hotels and all that in
no, we have Tendaba camp. You forgot
Tendaba bejele Tendaba. Tendaba bejele. Hani kana no. Tendaba bejele ngolone. But come hotel soul and all those things, siara come nyemo jama train. Now, need to for tender buy mul soto mel siata. You need other places pour kadol fanan samaji.
Lojol te banna soma.
Lojol bejele.
So we want to professionalize all those.
Lojol le nyanda improve la. Yes, standard soto. Because lojol dol beje ngadula dol use le comme nintata in community fenko le and all that. But some of them are really terrible unless you will
you can employ professionally jama beje buka train. So but nying situation will create an avenue pour wol fale na yemol tombong like for front office, for room service and others, yemol tombong je men yalanko they can give quality based on the expertise they have. So ying situation about opportunity create that. But remember also it's located in LRR. But we will also open doors for those from Badibu. Badibu Kolombe in Bale, Yena.
So Farafenya lojol sort of orders. So Farafenya will lead that.
Even some from Combo, they can still come and be trained. Nipareta, they go back to their places. Even those from LRA, they have the option to even come and work in Combo.
Now what I mean is, Badibu, what you can do is to offer both. Come, it's a training kenole la moli na ye karang, ye londo nyini ye muru, and in fanang, ye mo sita ye mako ye kunini domande, room service ka kenya.
So obebe jele, but now but all fanang. I told you one innovative initiative also ngamensoto called Lumo Improvement Project. Lumo Improvement Project ati it is based on the fact that Kabirin told Dinding, for Kabir Asker of Birim Mawulu, Lumo has been what it is. Yet a Lumo resi tilo for Jiwa resi or Tilo Sira Yese. Wait a Lumo to Hanijon Kendo for the wait a Lumo to Jimmy down for you in a German bus and the whole day. You made a moment in business new like Jiosang, the Morosang, you fell Besang. And you see Tilo for you say what I see. Is that a good encouragement?
No.
So we want to add value to Lumo business. So na concept development at our level, and alala demaro we got funding. After mona kala wala mnyindi ko lumol tombe kam kendo le taraje. Ji kendo le taraje jiome alanko is a good running drinkable water. You understand? Kuyang le taraje hanna tabe kala temporal movable kuyang lalde. Me alanko ni lafta lumo fon sound si detach no yes sound. Yeah sound. And we also create platforms me alanko sira fon landino akang in a neat environment. Come on, Sifal. So we might not be able to do everything at once, but as we speak, and that is called Lumo Improvement Project. Concept on developing our Wi-Fi, ala de maroto, funding. So that will be the next one. But what we're going to create it will add our revenue base. Because come here, okay, and in storage.
Yes.
I forgot to mention storage. We also want to create storage facility in the Lumos. So that Bibila need a mentempano. Comme un common jamai metu ka bagasul men doku ja bagasul na santor ini la bagasul de bo kombo jang menten o superme yata ya wafi o ila kiliano manna wolun e mas awafi you can put it in that storage facility amanjara ye nyala ko ngena muru na brikama o ina muru na kafuta isa keno storage facility ko o ina muru base ni nata di next day watchman be tarajela o call it watchman but mo be taraje membe at afengela ni murtana di next day ya open ya bonde hanna rebe dala stanne jola wante fendin la obe employment o create la o marien bari be encourage la to stay in that market the lumo esaje lumo nyina participants be la falale nim participants la falale to fanan ka tala sta o collect abe la falale our revenue will increase then we will have opportunity to even employ more collectors so this is the concept and this is the idea behind it anum wo fanan batinal no mol fanan nyaay clean lumola local economic development is the in fact emphasis lumo yirwa local economy yirwa musol star kalta jabo dala ay dabo doku lala so pame doku la ni fengona ron na man sanno mabor labe o menu basane ya besa in bulk ya mabodo it local adamani no mani boniji
you know the problem
more improvement project la fenjo so what that will has the potential pour que employment create pour que revenue generate for council que revenue generate for the lumo attendants or business women and men but again also part of the same initiative we want to have some few permanent structures because lumo memboko bure lumo mbe ajela ko is one of the biggest and most famous lumos in this country so by some fixed FNJ structures keje bitikol be kala jela e bayela ko ni lumo ni mol na wife dol will tend to even want to stay Nita bure lumo say ba is almost turned into a daily market. From a weekly market is becoming a daily market. So by a fixed structural KJ, people will tend to stay. You occupy it will now gradually turn to be a daily market. What will increase our revenue more again? Because until that's revenue,
that's a good idea.
Strategic movement. We cannot sit down. Donors cannot provide everything for us. So we need to be strategic, just like our center. What the center is doing for us. Currently, more like a conference, we must thank the government and some other people. They are patronizing us. Most of these government high dignitaries need use, but the place is very conducive. Even not non-government, of course. I just say government because notably I must say government because government more can I back and can I not afraid. So so we are very much grateful, especially education. I want to make special mention of education.
Ministry of Education.
Here and there, they are always there. You can workshop kaji because J is a friendly environment. You can have your workshop without any interference, without any disturbance. So we want to encourage partners to support us with that, so that the more revenue we generate, the more we will be able to provide services to the people. So maybe time will allow, but there are other innovative new projects.
Other innovative projects now that you are going to the second term and mole saskutole dila. People were good with what you have started in the first term. A chance dila purio do ko continue. Apart from this other phone call, what other plans you also for LRR Nkole, mi alonko inyanta alon na alonko tonya next 4 years of inkananang chairman ye nyine soto nye, and and to be excited and look forward to it.
I have said it over and over. Soma is going to be the Gambia's new city. That's the vision of my council and my authority. Even for the first time in 2018, Soma will be the Gambia's next new city. It will be an emerging growth center for both Gambia and Senegal. And that dream lives in us. And if you need to Soma Bibilala, if I'm baffling changes be Soma. Anu area council la bega, but we try to create the environment. Is to try to see how we encourage and create enabling environment for private businesses, private enterprises. As we speak, area council is a host to 3 financial service providers, notably Reliance Ndole House, that 2-story building at the gate of our office, Reliance Bejelto. APS Ndole House, they are renting with us. Anyway,
go ahead.
Well, these are our projects, our engagements. APS Ndole Host, Ibn Nabunja Waltoje Dumaje. Supersonics Ndole Host, Ibn Nabunja. I mean, we just didn't host them for. We had engagements with them and we encourage them to come to Soma. Because Soma is a growing city and there is every potential in the future commercial activities Bekela Soma Bakel. So we encourage them to tell them they are our colleagues. We have been some of us have been working with them even before today. We encourage them to say come, and they came. We gave them accommodation and they are conveniently working there. And other commercial banks are coming. This is just the starting.
Trust Bank is also there. Trust Bank is there.
Trust Bank is there. But we have been there before we came. But I will tell you the 4th one will be Beba. Beba has been operating in our own office, therefore our vice office. When they came, we lodged them there. For close to 1 year. We introduced them to the women group. So first time, Beba is operating in one of the most, the most classic building in Soma. That is built by a native of Jara, and is from Pakaliba called Baba Dabo. Our structure is where Beba is housed. So continue, but there are other private businesses in encourage Nankana. We talk to them. So we have a project called and new will be employ.
Do you wish to have Kerr Fatou in Soma?
Indeed,
because he's talking about maybe Mandina Ring, Nimbanyul Bara Brita,
Soma could be your regional office. Yeah. You can collect information from all the other regions.
Somebody as regional.
Yes, I think Fasila can do well there.
I take a storage file in now.
Fatou, I must reveal this to you.
Yeah.
A lot of corporations, a lot of private institutions, even government institutions, they are now looking for office in Soma. I'm certainly telling you that there are some very reputable. If they don't come here to say it, I cannot mention their names.
Yeah.
Coming down to Soma to start their operations. You know, and even these cellular companies.
Yeah.
You understand? So nimu business. If you are into business, not a left business or irwa. Jandi molbe black kendol be mutale koma. It's high time yena plaza ta Soma. Because Soma be grow. So nimu na strategy to reach out to get people into our area, so that the young people will stay. And to tell you one other thing we did this year that we never did before is to establish a whole committee. Now we have a subcommittee for youth and sports. Okay. Previously, we apart from council, we subcommittee also. But I know some other councils but council, we don't want to be waiting for young people to send requests. No, we want them to design what they want ahead of time. Because a youth rep on the council, but it's like a come for a killing. So, but I left them a subcommittee now create. Now we created a subcommittee in the council that is going to work with the young people. So they will have their subcommittee meetings. Young people, it will transit through that committee, and that committee will even assess it. Ya sif, ya tame, ya jube for. Ninja for the council, for the council. So new council, it's almost a half decision made, because that subcommittee is a very respectable structure of the council. So the council former will be advised technically. They decide programs, they bring it to council. Then council will look at it and work with them to address those issues. So now we give that leverage to the young people to be part and parcel of the decision making. Not only their rep, but we have a special committee for them.
Yeah, you mentioned something interesting. You know, government, how they helping you come and they paying for this, and of course, you know, also the relationship. So one is interested in the past 5 years have been marked by, you know, acrimonious relationship and central government team to the extent the commission in set up la, you know, you people lodge complaints, you know, to some institutions.
Well, commission will be on there.
Allah relationship the commission is on Allah relationship what we want to know, I mean, not to speak on behalf of probably the entire FENCO, but then Mansakonko area council and the central government relationship one, and yeah, you can speak also on behalf, because I think you're still the president of Galga, right?
No, yeah, okay.
Galga still, so yeah, how is the relationship with the central government? Because you're more worried. I mean, just a few days ago, I saw Rohi, you know, to meet the president, you know, to discuss, I think, Kalam Project Lembang. So people are interested to know Allah relationship abekelanya anyanta smooth lale Allah tam yen kono no one thing abe development affect la bakele, because membe je wala fanamoko central government is not happy that aerial mialanko be jikirin jela e be lafirin jela bake Banjul KM West Coast LRR atolio le tebulu. So I come to sign thing, to be honest with you, be come farine imandra kondan dal, but albe mune keno la puruka je ko the interest of the people Melialonko will elect. That is served by making sure the central government the good relationship. Amanke kalbe nyanyin lalde, but at least alin the working relationship telemanonko smoother, so that the people Melialonko will keji jiko soralto will interesting also serve no.
Yeah, war is very important, and thank you for that. Okay, Rohila visit je war is an a corner issue, coming individual effort to meet with the president, which is good. Relationship is not a good one, yeah, but I've said it here, more lack of or limited knowledge about governance can play a very dangerous, I would say it this way, dangerous role in maintaining and promoting relationships.
Yeah.
Ntol be membe nying doko kono. Malla mo kata moya sima nyinola. Momo ka sima yale, momo kela ata himi yale. You can understand.
Yeah.
Mo len tol ta doko wala mo le karta fa ntoli. To nyala comme e kan nga palasol menta. Landi meta UDP la candidate l'État o UDP parti l'État. But bin na dan sira sirankan. Mbe sire siran men kan UDP tante oti. Elara le tamoti, Gambia le tamoti. You can understand. UDP campaign kanye siran busi NPP la. Misal fi. Let's just be frank. But bi ya busi la, say na dan sira sirankan UDP tante o siran oti. NPP tante o siran do elara ran kol ni Gambia ko le tati. Moso, ntebe council men kono, you have UDP, you have NPP, you have GDC.
Yeah.
Ntole ka sinka kacha nka decision no make. So ni ka elara treat or Mansakonko area council treat landing na kola. You are making a mistake of UDP candidate to the post. O to come ala tambe do la say mbe do kola. Bari
the council is not entirely UDP.
It's not entirely
UDP, but
and this is really the case.
Yeah.
But in carefully over and over, the central government, those in charge, particularly in telephone own ministry, there is serious lack of and limited knowledge of governance. Because I believe ko ntolla ministry de nyana president yamarla ntolla maral nyana kala nyaadile ntolni president tema nyana kala nyaadile but ni molbe oto men yalon ko they are either biased or they have no knowledge or very limited knowledge about governance. It don't say no chairman nyimu UDP la candidate. I'm UDP, I've passed that. I'm now the chairman.
Yeah.
And I have councillors working with me. Many yalon ko they are different party. I think I have said it here before. President yakono sinya fulanga president osabe pour kaje pour na isi na kaja. Hani reply from Ghana. We are not even replied to. You can understand? From to mom ke Gambian court. Hanna from purely in opposition fenko From to manga Gambian court. So a structure like Galga that is comprised of different political parties is not a political structure. And I am the president of Galga. I will come and be president of Bibila na kabita ECOWAS or ECOWAS president save. Omar Toure ma reply. Because he is a member of that ECOWAS, but he is not the only member. Ni wol fana ajube ko ni president dol be mento atete oto. So ate mem push malef kaje. How do you see that?
Yeah.
You understand? Naturally, I would not have even want to see him. Maybe misal fe fang atakala interest na nyo for what? You can understand? Bante na te me mo lentol ta do ko la. Mbelo ko la mo nin ko do ko ta ko be men fo. Nin ko do ko nga deliver nyana deliver nya ate deliver because you must know my progress and my success is linked to his success.
Yes.
His success and my success are linked. His success is linked to my success.
Yes.
But who will break the ice? Who will break the barrier? It may be a symbol, so it may be president, it may be kebat. It may be Alan Tolbert, it may be kebat. It may be symbol, so don't tell. It may you don't want to see us. What option do you have? We only have an option to write to you. Koroke left general. Sinya kile. Koroke left general sinya fula. Ni wala fe kanje sije nga sijana. Ndafala me na Mansakonko la. Moreover, ni lota kolenge ya me ni manje ndede kanya. Ni lota kolenge ngewi. So if you continue to be angry on that, that is not for you to decide or me. Nde winter is not because ndele barakata. Elara dinkende jangale elara me ya ngondela dinkende ate nyaro. But this time I'm the one who is opportune.
Yeah.
So treat me like that. Ko untola mo left and tell la. It is not for you to decide for my people.
Yeah.
So nimmenya na kala ngado ko ngasi ntele ngafo ntela priority mu yafo na priority mu ndoke your priority is this make sure do kula kabada. So this and this and council Allah make sure you do this and that. Give us instruction. After all, government local government is a decentralized government structure. Mansakonko sita voluntarily. When I say voluntary, I mean by design. We need government at the local level so that it will facilitate the work of central government at the grassroots. So I need to neglect because it's fair you don't belong to the same political thinking. Because somebody somewhere, which of course I will say our ministry. Yeah. I will say it again. And I have said it many times. Until we are very unfortunate. Ministry of Local Government is the most unfortunate ministry in this country. Never mind. You understand?
It's a system.
Whether he resigned or he's still there is the same. You understand? The reason why I'm saying this, yes, it's the system.
It's the system.
No, it's the system, I agree entirely. But you go to other ministries, you can see some little bit of progress.
Yeah.
Let's be frank.
But it's even manifesting right now in the commission. Near commissioner right now, to be honest, everything that is coming out of the commission, ministry like to be blamed for everything.
Everything. And that's
the commission, local government ministry law. There are no policy guidelines. There are no direct court treatment of people. Kununko, when I was watching at one of the councils, Patrick, he was addressing specifically the Senabu Martin case. You know, ministry ko. Senabu Martin was accused of bribery. Ali ota ali a promote ali plus do dia jana Kerawan. Ali kajali mi yalan ko council resolution yo wala dia la ko IC akana hand over akana do ko ke ali a demote to a principal fenko. Ako fairness be mintole.
Because
a lot of incidences he call natina mi yalan ko iman lua fango soto how council should run. So
because misinformation and misguide whatever gay. You misinformed the presidency. When they went and told the president, even Banjul City Council made a budget of present. You've seen that here. Banjul went and saw their waybook. I sit in that committee that, you know, go over the budgets of all the councils. That bilateral it's myself and Talib that sit in that committee to scrutinize the budgets from all the councils with the ministry. So you will basically try to think that we have a ministry that is completely more political than the political parties. That is very, you know, backward in the sense that in 2017 rather, with the advent of the NDP, all the actions earmarked for local governance and decentralization. Today, from A to Z, take how many activities, or we call it flagship programs. Flagship program because local governance and decentralization, most part of it was supposed to be, the reform part is a flagship program in the NDP. Flagship in the sense is a priority for local government reforms. Local government reforms throughout from A to Z, either for Alcalo affect, for Sefo affect, for council affect, for money affect. Tell me what initiative even in the media called ministry initiate.
Wow.
Never initiated any. The only good time that ministry will come to spotlight is a wrong one. Always a wrong one. It must be a scandal. It must be fighting with a mayor, fighting with a chairperson, or a CEO, or a FNG. That's the only time that you will see them on the spotlight.
But
they will not come with any tangible reform program like community security sector. Here and there you will see the security advisor. And now on this, what has these people done? Tell me, what has the ministry done? Ever, coming in 2017 up to today, ministry initiate for reform. One thing that they initiated never finished is review of the act. Is still gathering dust. After 2 years, I reviewed her. Abelaringe only to be enacted. Abelaringe validation, election, prior enact among Femankeno. You understand? We have the policy lying down. We have a lot of things lying down because we think we have a new era. But you will not blame too much because I'm not castigating anybody. I have no interest in castigating. My interest in the program castigate. But a minister Samana. Même malango governance amam fenn lonje governance kalo ikaw ko mo kada governor tilenu fay hani kada al kalo kada governor ikada fenjori foy tana foy sida ni mo governance imam fen karanje you know imam fen understand you are, you know, how do you think that person will do the good? One, your permanent secretary samana me alonko governance amam fen lonje all the line down to the last man fente je me alonko governance akarang and grip it. Governance being the most important component of that ministry. Because governance is like you are overseeing all the 8 councils, LGS in this country. All the LGS put together in this country is the country. So that ministry has almost a portfolio of the president.
Yeah. It's a big
whether you agree or not.
It's a high
that's the fact.
Ministry, yeah.
It has a portfolio of almost the presidency.
It's huge.
Because it's in charge of all the 8 local government councils of this country.
Yeah.
They don't know anything about governance. The only thing they will deal with is lands, and they put us into scandals. And then the next minute we are here fighting. They go and tell the president, you didn't call them. And this is the trend. We know it because we know about everything.
So
this misunderstanding therefore.
Yeah.
Until personally until the president won any issues. Until the president can bend Mansakonko, of course on a few occasions. But we have been very cordial.
Yeah.
But it's not landing on the president.
Yeah.
It's the central government and the local government.
But and I keep saying this, until we go back to the drawing board, it is us the people. Because the last time, and you said something, and Talib also said it here, either government work with us or else we will go look for money and work. Because at the end of the day, you also have to provide services for your people. But again, it will benefit both us, you and the government, if you guys are able to put your differences aside and work as a team. Because I think
the president has to be strategic in bringing people who are developmentally oriented into that ministry. Well, ministry chakanti.
Yeah.
It's not a dump. It should not be a dumping ground like an old governor or an old alcalo or an old chairman based on nothing. Even if an old chairman or an old venture based on the nothing, no background information. Amari has knowledge in and skills in governance. Governance monkey just any chip. Governance drive the world.
Yeah.
It drives the world.
It does.
And let's work on the governance takes place there. So Nimbanko na government, local government authorities, any other Tom Dick and I don't have any disrespect for anybody. But I believe they don't have the competence.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. So if the president is looking for minister for that position, I can minister Kendall Bondina. Come like if, for example, I'll give you an example. Probably I don't know whether I should make names, but that guy. Boy, something boy, Mr. Honorable Boy, that new minister.
Yeah.
Babukar Boy. In the Birmingham school, I came across that. Birmingham government. Everybody know that guy is up to it. But Birmingham employee, you could see the reaction is very cordial. Mansakunda manke president tati, Mansakunda manke mo clean tati. More someone do ko mole many do ko no. Many are bunyani horomo be. Yet the past track record of being good and genuine citizens of this country. But you just don't bring people to a position to compensate. People who cannot add value. You will be surprised that I was a minister in our ministry before. Your transfer. You will think that things will improve. But we went to the worst. Yeah. We went to the worst. I have to be frank. Because at least, he who feels it knows it. We've seen there is no substantial development, improvement at all.
Hopefully, the new appointment that comes, because changes will
I'm taking this opportunity.
The new PS though, the Minata, she's a professional. But Safi Sankara is a professional.
Opportunity as a player in the whole thing.
Track record. She is a professional. She's very hardworking. Lawyer. She was Solicitor General. She's a professional. I just hope you guys get a minister like her.
Yes, and not apart from beyond that also.
Yeah.
She is not turned into another PS politician.
No. She's not.
Yeah, so no, I respect her. Maybe I don't think she will, but I'm just saying that. But what I left them for the opportunity to attack.
Yeah.
When I'm directly affected.
I know. Yeah.
I don't know ministry ma regulate. Nteo baro jumao mavo karadol la de. But governance la karola. We will be able to jela sabe jatwoje kuma ne woto be kalaje because nimmo man do ko men ni adi ale ka ya tora ye fa tora ye mol tora so wala lembe opportunity ta kan to talk to the president to give mankala advice on officially advise him wo that ministry is as important as the executive
e ka model for de
you understand
e ka model for de e ko governor do kanade
Anyway,
I
will not be surprised because anyway, I'll not be surprised because Barola trend is like compensating people for positions. You understand? Which is not bad, but compensate competent people for the right positions. You understand? So, on official advice that ministry, we've gone past 5 years. Ministry I have tried to do something, but in bate phone into bela kantakang because me baro may affect na jawya bata benda affect lal.
Yes.
Na abete ya bata benda affect lal. So me alon ko simbena fa banko na fa sama wala my minister kendo kaje me alon ko I governance understand maralo ka kanyameng adum professional ma train tala ma ko men dankon don ka ko alkal ko tolen wando governor ko wando chairman ko tolen ari men karanta fahamo soto ayo kaje men sa fona da fo baro fo ko hani nyin alkalo karin kana o bondi sign because amon kuke nyin do ngaw bondi wala kuke you understand based on principle and based on reality but not like hate I mean hate not like hate or sectionalism come on jube men yalon ko la ko ye point out
ina kan ndeba advance anyante mi be boxo jete ke je doro wol be fenka
bari bu ko do se wotla rek le bari bu ko do se
ani wol be wala keno bere wa fila
bari bu ko do se je rek
no boxo min commenta na fa ñew na aje sadi
bari bu do se je rek le no
ya na aje salman so but on a serious note I'm so much worried because ministry is very important.
It's very important.
Yes, it's very important.
We have a lot of things that are happening, and it's all happening on
the minister. Minister, power secretary, you go to other countries. Even lands and governance body. You have a whole ministry for devolution or for governance or this or that. Because it's a whole big ministry. Responsible of the entire governance structures of this country. Supporting the president, advising the president on governance matters. What is a very important ministry.
It is.
So, ye ministry sort of specifically for governance, and some will call it devolution. Although local government decentralization approach may differ from some of those things, those ones. But let's structure. No more governance unit. We can have a whole. You'll be surprised. Local government governance, we only have a director responsible for governance. A whole governance unit of this country, director at least that reform, deputy permanent secretary is in charge, or structural is in charge of governance. At least that will push. Now the director is fine. I have all respect for him. But it's not even a directorate. That unit is not even a directorate. You will expect government back at plus bald. Mojama tra do ko je meni farm rosor ye londo sor. Isa is area council fund is do kunino anyama. Well, government up to now, and that would have happened in reforms.
I think landing the biggest challenge when it comes to local governance is the reforms. The laws are obsolete. The former regime used the local law falling puruka control in councils. Whatever caring and 2016 for B. Ntenga na bankola problem watata nata, right? Mimuna bankola biggest problem on law falling. Unless we have these reforms, it's going to be difficult. Yes, we will need good leadership at that ministry, but until luali falling, ato left minata. And I think what you guys should also now strategize is to try to lobby at the National Assembly, or if not, go to Supreme Court and try to make some changes. I know it's difficult, it's tough, but sometimes at this point, I don't see a way out. Unless and until the laws are changed, I don't see.
But remember, to help you, there has to be a buy-in. Buy-in from the initial stage. We have seen a lot of times Masakunda ka lual from flout. For example, many yana ni Masakuna maga who will be Jumal be members Masakuna Samona. Of course in Sitano court. But in the left we have an environment where we don't necessarily have to go to court. Masakunda Ajeko good governance is a priority to Masakunda than even the local government authorities. You don't know what to expect. Because Nico in the previous government, lual man betea ya jame na fenjo be busu you understand fine but we have 6 consecutive convenient years passed. We could have adjusted on that. So now it's no more Yaya Jammeh period. It's now until for that time. My interest my left bank we still want to maintain that low line governance, framework. Left operate la wala because wala convenient. We know. Wala convenient. It give you for example the permanent secretary and the ministry the leverage to receive letters from the local government authorities complaints for service commission, and then when it comes from the service commission, it goes through the permanent secretary. Better ajube fanyana killer, famanyana killer. Yemombo council also. Like for example, sometimes you write letters to the service commission. You never know whether it even stop at the ministry because there is no reply. So because ni ye fence afeje, me along the permanent secretary is not convenient about it. He has the convenience to keep it under the table. At Akila. All those bias like the commission Fenjoning.
Commission inquiry.
Commission of inquiry Patrick Kabenfonye. That bias is there. Permanent secretary Salono when you later okay, we pass at our service commission. You later no new pastor tending stop. That tendency is there. And the service commission is supposed to be an independent body that is not answerable to the authority, to any authority or organization. Say you can't for a new electoral by now through the permanent secretary because that we have been convinced with that very elementary thinking because new PSC PMO like it goes through PSC. That ideologies many alonko they don't fit in present day maybe central government operation but in our local government operations you have to look at it beyond that. You have to look at it beyond that. That is still the same central government. By going through them, through the PS, is central government. Not the kind of through one of the mayors or through a unified structure body like central government. But central government I'll be independent. So there is that degree of control and bias always. So and that is what has been trending. So unless we'll do kuntu, and that is not for landing, or that is not for Mayor Bensouda, or that is not for Mayor Mohamed Sise. That is for all of us because when they but we want to keep in best practice. We can live for our children to inherit, but because people are convenient with a certain operation, they don't want to let go. They don't want to let go. They still want the same process to be going on. Because you will still always call PS. Minister, you want people to still be calling you for it. And after all, whether it for PS la priority, what can you call men? Now priority, you play it down. So these are some of the things men na relationship ning central government where we talk to them as colleagues, or we even talk to them as people who are working for us, not as our boss, because none of the people in that office, those offices will move to the boss. We are colleagues in the work. So they want us to, sometimes you see the tendency of them want to think that we should treat them as boss, or we should give them some recognition, it doesn't exist. So they tend to believe that maybe until come for one or until come until Mumuneti. No.
But you are elected by the people.
Yeah, momentum.
You are elected. You are even different from them. So you are elected by the people. They are appointed by somebody who was also elected.
Good.
So your powers, you have more powers.
So whatever problem so what will happen is the next minute, some people will see us as left, and the next minute they go and wrong inform the president. I will not even say astaghfirullah. Because for 5-6 good years, the president cannot work with us amicably. Then he is getting wrong information about us. Because everybody in this country, if the country can come together and elect back Mayor Low, if the country KMC can come together, elect back there are more people in KMC than in cabinet. So if KMC can think that Talib is good enough to be in that office, that small cabinet still cannot think that Talib is good enough to work with us, then something is wrong somewhere.
Something is wrong.
Then the cabinet is misinformed. It's wrongly informed.
Wow.
So, and that is the fact. We don't shy away from saying that. We don't seek to beg anybody for anything. We want the country to work and the country to develop. And in Nimbo, we don't take compromise. We don't take compromise. If you think you work with us on compromise or those bad laws, it could be all Sambalan and Tolkang on the powers of the minister or anything. What time will because chairman or elect? Say a chairman or elect. You think you want to downplay me? What sembote mola?
Yeah.
What sembo elaran call? Elaran call near Hanmokil night or of him. I meant from Bolka.
Yeah.
Because William Tomo, Yankenyaro. Wala ko near men from Bolka. Of course, Ninga partner do for like government. You want to amicably work with me. I sit around the table and work with you. But Kavoko will work kurul member caring. One to colloquial fencholu, operational modalities. You want to introduce me to and many things they are not standard. Like you go to a meeting, the protocol is just damn. And you expect me to come to such meetings? I'm elected by the people. I will never come to those meetings. Meetings meeting elect. I come to a meeting, you try to play down on my position, and you expect me to come to a meeting. I will not come there.
Well, you are right.
But as I may disrespect the near a good environment create. Minaje for mbe fenkele my expect mbe menkela. But ni lafta jutulana. No, I don't take that.
No.
I don't take that. That is prominent because a lot of rumors cut around chairman especially in Devon.
Yeah.
Especially near LRR Dolga Kavoko. I'm not the president la meeting.
I'm president because no, Randy, if the president is coming to your region, you are the chairman. You're supposed to welcome him.
Very well, and I do.
Yeah.
I do. But in that bendu,
naka
atmosphere create me alonko asi nyosabo sabmanole. President is a very respectable person in this country.
Yeah.
Nyimbanko la president matel.
Yeah.
Aleta president bendu ini moluka nyosabaje.
Yeah.
O moluka ika kuje me alonko asati nanole ini mole nyosaba.
Yeah.
Political cool ka feign. I will tell you a scenario. Now the president wala nying last bedroom because I like indolu another political meeting. I don't remember for now political tool and bedroom. You understand? Another wabe todo la bari woman ka political tool. Ntata ji. Honest to God, nina drive volume. But motor parked a certain person in the government. In fact, the person is an advisor to the president. Nga bulo do ban kay koto kari o man kan de koto fountain ndaman dem fena tous bala si antile bar nga bunya kay koto kari nga bulo do nga nyo konton ntada pour ndara mboda je ke walbe alquran karon ndara pour ke konton donc kodi ata abra mamoy ka ko UDP ko al natale fengen fen is that a UDP ground trying to caricature me, you understand?
Yeah.
So nte fanaw ni man haftano si koton da on tambita wala han ni tan mantra kiamani yaro nga nyolo nyimbango kanjan.
Yeah.
Nte nga place le mara men yalo ko warta bi vonga ke kiamano si amanga wasuti bar han ni mbe place le fonto itende jele ya fo ben disrespect la nte nga president bendu nga ya jame nga bendu nga bulo dundu abulle na ta tola si nya kilinde fulande men be Mansakonko men yalo ko kol faham they know.
Yeah.
Nte ya jame to kele nga kenken fo batata and I know how things go. But in that bendu a certain just I don't want to describe kafoko nga bulo di bulo adum me ko mani to fon ko to kari nge konton bunya kon nga ko di kafoko yudi mbin ko al natale fengen so anu wada mant kita president bendu wato dobe protocol arrangement is very poor.
Yeah.
Nte mo to fola because I want to respect people in position, but not only that mala fi sama molye nyo sabo so men be president bala ya fako kare nyin ka karla because ndega ala ko dolbe je mo filibante yalti baw na da karawal nda karanta wolti na da longol lante ni banko loti ni man fenjote ngana ka president bendum e kan ni mol fatam fansa e kan fatam fansa si dulal la bang wala president bendu nyal when ni president frente man ni president akabu nya dinna
itela nyanta receive la you are the chairman, you are the head of the region, you should welcome him.
In fact, nga bendundulado disrespect samatan kanje. I don't care memfo former governor of LRR Rohi John Manjambe jela ñoo saba ni sota je ben lado ngaw fo modo en kay ko because il after disrespect la samala ni miss ona be ma ñol be diamola after being a certain minister nata akonye chairman najang ay fenye very high profile minister. So it will be memfokan is completely contrary kuma jama fo nata adunte fo ngoy ko alka mem fo jam ngoy this man knows what he is doing ngoy yala albe jana ko tendin ngoy alma la do ko long ngoy if there is any boss in this region tell him boss
yes
ngoy ni regional boss mun telti I'm the person who is elected by the people of this region ni regional boss mun telti president jati nyana kelan telti nin ko kata nyama ndel nyana ajiala because nte ye karto fay nte so until a certain point do ko nyako no it's over ngai no it's not over this is not the first time nyin disrespect ake no for marry yeah you know I'm not saying all this for the situation to change because I don't expect it to change because ni mol be do ko la men me la do ko long e mam mol la buña sol di la e mam mol fana long e me fa long e me la fa buña di fa la they treat people like that ni on the president ni do fa ni president fa ajibe ni president ko nanta ka findina official ko ngata lo silo ko ngabendu honest to God nda president buñal de adu up to today nga buñal adu mba buñal bari ñu ci fono min tolto ni nga opportunity so ko be nga safe signa fula pour leftana la basse issue président ni dañoy problème so je président ni ministre ni dañoy problème so je ima fonde taje eta solve o taje eta diamaje but I know it's my responsibility as the president of Galga Namoto fuel, it will not fuel dinner. I went there, I spoke to them. The governor there, Hans Abejir, is my witness. We discussed until we amicably come to a conclusion on that. But I told them to stay out of media and also go back and sit as people from URR. Internal problem discussed at their house level. I mediated it with my team from Galga. News, of course, with some CEOs and a CEO from Kuntao, Janyamure, and another chairman, and also we went as a team. KMC, bring Kirin Baso Wulta Lumena Paral Taraji. Your team was there covering it. I went there and just quent down everything because what time Paral Bebanda. Then the role but I faced the council. Because you will not have your meeting until I speak. And I address the council. I'm not going no, it's out of respect. You will bring that and approach as respect. The council meeting I have to speak. I told them to stay away from Fenjo. We advised them. The overall team Danjo, Galga Secretary General, and some team members. This is not healthy. This is our online ministry. And the president or the ministry never sent me for that. The then minister was in his office. He was watching it live from your medium. You understand? Because this must stop. You cannot be fighting on the media like this. And the mayor was there, all of them. Let's cease media for now. Let's go to the family room. So that was when tension cooled up. Your media stopped that day, and that was when everything went down, especially on the media. If you want to go to court, I have no decision to make here. File general court. Allah general council may decide the money, but you cannot be, fighting with your own ministry on media. And they accept it. For the witness will be a case. The governor is a live witness. Sunkarota fajam for Amantano ngane sito fon ala molia. When we treated it, he was praying for me that day. Because everything was tense. You understand? So I didn't see Governor Mansakonko appoint one to Evangelina, one to Minister Martanya. No. Minister has a responsibility. I have a responsibility. All of us have a responsibility. So let's perform our responsibilities. Despite we are in different because what time you don't look at politics. Man, I understand. So these are all things many alanko keta mumaji be ko jumalam jumati. Ado ata Mansakonko president mante kiwala. So what is wrong in me writing to president? Left jelale. Do president know what message I have for him?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. So you were able to do all of this because some of these, especially negotiations, because you were the chairman of Galga, right? Now, oh, Ajibeba. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. So you were able to do a lot of these negotiations because you were the chairman of Galga. Now you guys supposed to go for election. By the first time, right? You running again as president of Galga?
Precisely, we are going to Congress.
Congress?
Yes, on the 28th of this month, and that is next week, Thursday.
Okay.
We are going to Congress. I have no intention, just to answer you, to run for presidency.
You no intention of running? Why?
I have no intention of running.
You did an amazing job. You brought a lot of leadership. Yes. Why are you not running?
Yes, that is what I am supposed to do. That's my responsibility at the time. They elected me into that position to do that work for the councils, and that's a responsibility I have to perform, and I have performed that. But basically, by way of my belief and concept, my background is democracy. I come from United Democratic Party, and one very good principle of democracy is to respect the rule of law, but also to respect the authority that keep you in office, and also respect the laws that guide, or the regulations that guide. Okay, you will agree with me that I just finished my first term, and the first term by law, it says 2 years renewable.
Okay.
2 years term of office, 2-year term of office, that is renewable for another 2 years. But there is no indication core is limited to 4 years. When you run 2 years on 2 occasions, you have to go.
Okay.
It's still open, just like what we obtain in our constitution.
Yeah.
But by principle, that is my own principle, I do not love to go beyond that 2 term. And I have served for 4 years, even though we didn't go to Congress the past 2 years because of COVID and other associated factors. We didn't go to Congress after 2 years. So now So
you continued as president for almost 4 years?
4 years.
4 years.
So there is no sense to continue for another term.
Meaning you did 2 terms, yeah.
Yes. So even if we had gone for Congress the first 2 years and I'm re-elected, I would not have gone beyond this.
Okay.
But that's my principle.
Okay.
I would only serve for 2 terms of every responsibility I'm given. Elective position.
Does that mean?
And that means?
Does that mean?
I am not going for another term as chairman.
As chairman?
Yes.
So you're only, this is going to be your final term?
This is my last final term of chairmanship for Mansakonko Council. That's my principle, and that I am so deliberate about that because we believe we are the young leaders of Africa, and we cannot just talk about principles, we cannot just talk about rule of law and all those things without practicing it. So I'm not boasting, I'm not even trying to boast over it, but I will not do that. I will not go for third term. I will not. Because I believe there is life somewhere else.
But so this is something new that this new generation of politicians are showing to us. We have seen Mayor Bensouda declare that he's not running a third term.
Yes.
Mayor Hilo says he's not running a third term.
Yes.
You also not running a third term.
Yes.
Wow, this is interesting.
Because Mbota United Democratic Party and the democratic aspect of our party that stands for justice and fair play. You know, if we stand for justice, you cannot do anything otherwise. Justice. So anum falang ninko democracy, democratic party, democracy la principle you operate on that. So until you imagine leaders of UDP, you understand?
Yeah.
Until we don't, I think that may be the thinking. Because until most of them see, no. Up to today, I'm talking to you. I never discussed this with Talib, and I'm sure Talib didn't discuss it with Rohi. Neither of us didn't, and I didn't even discuss this with my party leader.
Wow.
But that's me. That's my principle.
Interesting.
Yes.
And do you have a candidate for the upcoming,
my successor?
president of Galga? Do you have somebody who you're going to be backing?
No.
Do you know anyone who's running?
Yes, somebody told me that he is interested. Somebody told me he is interested, and somebody I heard over rumors that he is also interested. So I know it's gonna be like open because the incumbent is not coming. So you can expect many people to come. Normally when the incumbent is coming, sometimes there is that consideration, madunga apply, bari ntemanta nala. So maybe ba ntemanta nala pour kalka presidency, ibe moja masi finto askeno ngame moy wata dana wala be jamal. Bari ntebe ngani yo sotla ntebe manta campaign la based on principles again because I don't want to be biased.
Yeah.
Nte campaign la, but of course I'll vote. I have a voting right and I'll vote for my choice.
Okay.
No choice mbe vote mbe karo fera way nede. Bari up to now man pare pour campaign because I stand at an advantage position as the incumbent.
Yeah.
So and I want this, these are all young leaders. Let them exercise their own skills in canvassing for votes. If basele fobe makatile fobe elara fobe jana yela karto nyini ndaba felal bal modo si campagne bante ba on tebe damento ntela ntebe siri ntela mo sirantiyo muntel nim bulata do no mbe advantage jilela.
Yeah.
And these are all my colleagues mbe mu friends on damal dem.
Yeah.
So leftale to fana be excuse la wala despite the fact mbe vote kala bari mo kana malafinga naki mo kilina. No support for the order, against the order. Wala munna daniro tol fawol bul bari mbe templa mbe jayla ntebe joni nte ba dan na jail to ntebe ngay tamme ngende ba dan na wolto men keta bar hal wombe tara around I'll still serve as an executive member of Galga because Galga all the chairperson all be ani mayolu ani CEO ibe mu executive member.
Okay.
So mbe tara executive okolole and ben han sa mbe na makoro ani na doko di la jelal. But because it's too much time consuming.
Yeah. And you want to concentrate on
the final time.
Yeah.
So I'm final left na regional na local government area la. Investment in my time and resources and my energy. Na akewoto ndamama ke chairman.
Yeah.
Dol beje ifana yata. Ya council resources dundije. Ende na council resources dundije.
Dol fana yata.
Ifana naji.
Wow.
But it's a good position and I think we'll get a good person for the position.
For the position.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. Thank you very much, Chairman.
Yeah.
Finally left them follow Elaran Kole min be Jubeka nim Gambia Bay mi alonko right now be Jubeka.
Follow left the follow tontulangi jay bendanu janne commando murna jam benda jam ko denke arama be
ya fo combinal de as chairman andi nata
ya la manke na barakati bari ni ngana mol lonne ni na mol talata ben elarar ngawla du ngala ta bayla bari ni si mobe konton ngamobe tentu particularly na UDP supportal men kato fanye bara mbe modol fanan konton na nge tentu nge jay men manka UDP Fatou nga fo ko mi nyame diamo ko ndamurra kan dynamics asiata la kujamala ka kuwolke modol fane carte fane wol manke UDP adi manke NPP you understand adi ibe party dol tole like GDC dafa GDC ton la baka raje through of course ila regional chairman anala mol men bebe Mansakonko bar ni ngay kondol do diatela GDC la chairman on Mansakonko nga fa somebody na honorable Mama Kandela me alon ko ay buña baladin tolla bayring aya fala molene ko ye taran koma let them rally behind us yem ma ko nga campaign adu ya ke wala nyam ya la kan ya fo nyame ya ka nyam ni tara ni ma fo be bar jamal bulatan no man ni men tara campaign la from start to end ye campaign ko nye fo winter nye tentu baake nye jay GDC yajale because it all more file they came and join us. This is what it means to be good and realistic opposition.
Yeah.
Me alonko e ko be masa kundala nyini kan sa any member nyini kan ite mallo ite ko kata law against that e kala kafu mo mai ko ka ben agency ka kafu ko men kala join NPP kan it's just funny. But war is too much of that wol mbar ngol bule fambulo nyama folo bari men kum ara wala ngol gidi sinkol tendu ngey jay NPP modo le kata fay fanya MPP la I have to be frank.
Yeah.
I have to be frank. Bo ngam fay tol nga nyolon ne su nga nyolon su le de yo modo le kata fay wol manke GDC de manka UDP MPP ngol fana be jeel dol yakarta fanye because wolu fana based on principle ilata la ko kende o men ka place o ñini ani mel lota mo ite lala adun moli o lonne adun tol fo da mal mel lota tol fo o lonne ba birin nga ye fenjo ko face to face commande lu mel ñala ta debate la face to face e to la mo manna and that was a good ground for me but that was also a testing ground for me as well you will be surprised nte fo wala mol men nata de pa nka mo fenje sous radio ila mo kende o aka même fo ka fo yam buru jele kenneke ha nte fo wala molde biri na kan nyinin ka ye nyinin ka rol ni jabirol yam buru jele kenneke anu I love that I'm accountable to them one young man two of them sa yam buru jele kenneke fon kanit e ko ne ko kamobe ntola marché auto alla kamobe jaram ko yesene andino that is just an example and that is their right despite me be the same party so that's the essence of that debate but it only moment and that what gave me an edge do la modol men na je de no ko ala ka rafanye
do tell accountable to people
so mbe wol tan la ngay jay mbe LRR betan bar me gambe fana betan la far you will be surprised some of my supporters are not even from LRR nga programme ko pa bon ya di other day mo be call ke kanje men mambo LRR dol bara bari bu dol bara kombo dol bara lalto they support me they support my development agenda yela dual kenye you know na mol tendu wala nge tendu baka nge jay bari ngana mol fanan tendu nde boda kian jata bale ya jala kido ka fly nyame
ko ka kido jela ko yo bi o kay kido be fly
do boda kian jata
golum kido fay ta baraket
dol boda tatol ko no jata bo mu tatolti molol yamela fo nga nyara wala o bulo fo le o comme kontanol tambe dan ko nani nde mu nyancol dingolti so jata bo mu tatolti tol ni jenyer ni kayaf be mo sate kilolti so ni nyanco dingo winda ndebe sila siranga ni kido mo fay fendo ma nyana fayla so wala mo kidolti o kido ka fay ndol la ciosano la woti so be jele the last time yen just wo jele so ko this time around so be jele we didn't just climb on it because ni mo siata ni so du ni mo ko aka accident ka cause wala nga so to jele
wala la kido fay
bar nga kido fay la kendeke so nga tato mol kondo jata ba ken jata ba ken sandeng nyoro jata ba sankandi dumbuto kiam banta wot kiam jula far nga be tendu nga jey nga kiam be konto nga jara be konto yawla sa ngeten du nge jey ye nga nyandi bakele tonya ye nga nyandi ba bakele adun kontanta bakele kian jara ye nga nyandi la ya tan na ko mbote to le bala ilotam ko male yenke fisa mante yati so the only thing I can do is to thank them nge tendu baga nge jey nga dani duwala fo ilafta men nan sakeno do amaje ko barakata la ndela baraka wolta wala ni yende keji hani mo lebe je men yalla ko wala fa barakata ndifa maybe bari jikitan nale so yeji ko men sodondo mbe dala duwala fo jiko nyin sakeno ngane disappoint adum be nyin tano mbe fala fengota la ma fo mbe men keno le development wise de bari kon nalate jam fala si lahidi no wala nana I will never go any way that will be against the will of the people of LRR. Nana ta sila la me yaron ko LRR ko mal la fala manke sawot. Foni tra comme adama no ala bulu ntam fan sawo lumen. Yes, but nana do so sa banko mo len tanga yande bakal. So mbeten la mbe jayla mbe gambe fananten la mbe local government authorities from Basse to Banjul because of the presidency in Galga. I just declared Kontamanta second term run, another term run. Nye tentu mayol cha pasinol. Nyamo landing Galga itol yake. Dolbe jenke kuman leng dolbe je all siarante like Ibrahim Janko Sanneh like Bojang. Siarante but nimbe Galga do ko lenke kuman leng instruct. They do even many yaron am older than them like Jawara in Kuntao. They are all very obedient and respectful to me. Although Ninjawara Bebe executive Konole is the second vice president of Galga. So, but nye beton to nye jai. I think maybe also will have to thank government. During the period, of course, there are some disturbing moments. There are some cloudy times, but you know, overall, Cairo sabatital. Why in Cairo be caring kai? Nganyo tendu nganyo jai. nga Mansakonko attendu through of course na president nga attendu nga jay na do ko menke over the period birimbe galga president yala ba chairman yambe continue barina galga president ya barga ita ndala ko nga safero ka sinya fula abo so non kumandi sa fele mo bola president ya
president fuga nga president ya fula baraba
sa fele president ya man
fo la mo letter of tandina fo
no maybe kay kala ni lo welcome
yam la retero je bang
askeno fala maje because nimmo lebe do ko la men yalon ko e man la fi ñaato tal o mo lebe ñimbango so barinka
the presidency or the mayors mi yalon ko fadam opposition or leti so tela retero
fo wala samba fo
do ka mo ka singole
bar mi so la kan e man ku kendeke president on nin tolte president comme misal fe nga respect bar president askeno ko to dam malti yaja president nin tolte ma ñomo wala ñana taraje president no amen achieve ndole fe achieve president
to ñalo
ko ndole do ko la senegal go lo go yo bari fensa understand bari jannim ba understand na ñama sa tendu nga jey because ndole amela fo ni la ni sane bo holo sing keneba la ni sane damal to ñala fo no bari nin balo do bentan to le president ni chairman ndole be dabe jela
to ñalo
hala rende da ko do ñin nang america le wala to dulal ni nga syndrome mbel dental yaje bari it's unfortunate ye president yo askeno fale moment du natem askeno fale president let me mbalun kana kawla mol because nin telam president ti nin na ciamalo buka si sanji kilin sanji fula nin na meol buka ñi fenjo soto collective discussion fo ñi isolated discussion ni lu mel ro hiye kumandi o danje kumandi ko lefte jila e ka etena fenje ko you know that is disjointed approach let I mean normally what leads to is divide and rule but thank God over the period president want to divide no I don't attend to divide la so the best thing is let him work with all of us at once but no one day ndo fala mbe do man men kelo fay nda to fala jede
to nyala
nda to fala jede ana fala na afana kana to
alfana bol ke alba la red capital le ka aluka invite no problem mo ala ko ala invite
bala waje la kelo ja bala be attend to ngaje nto malamu ndolu ndamal mu kilinati lunna min asila sangina nyaaro bawo nga fon tete taraje bidum mata wolon bawo nga mo ngunu no kene kaka bi atat bar mbaya mala bela kanata akala ta tamde nyumbang mol ke ñorole mol ke ñorole
ako ay min kala 2021 wo de atal nata abe min kala 2026 baba na wolta wolfo kunti thank you very much chairman thank you so much and I always say I think this is a new era of young leaders mi alonko be example set kan because place o diata nyami yes election so to rewinta de commenta tatam kel wode foni ngaji atol be ma ronde ka talia fo bar nal make wo nyabo warata anyi nyata bari nga wax hedde jande mol ka fonte kelete na kudo bari baro fonko 3 years atra 5 years abuta 5 years ako 10 years sain ko take do ko 15 years so do ko 20 years so atol fana bari al kalmanta ronda nal ma ronde mbal upload but just the fact ko alia fo fango is applaudable and we want to applaud you for that so nalia implement fana alhamdulillah mol be content le baje la mol sa fo tonya this culture of just people knowing ko public office is not forever. Public office is a time. Ni nata yeminke eta ni do nata ite danta dame woy continue. Wo mu feneta nyabo warta. So we want to applaud you guys for that and we hope all public officials, elected officials especially will understand ko place wo mo ka banno e ke ta la ke ta do fanena. Thank you very much chairman and to the technical team Sire Fatsila Mami. Good night to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night. See you next week. Bye bye.
yiriwa men kafatan na tarambulolu to nga GIA cargo complex parendile pour ka julaya sone yandi kadungoni mfunti bundana doko sembentu ya Banjul International Airport to men si nyafa si moluma melka fengolu ki bantala bankolu kan anin julandingolu fana foysi sulan na cargo doko le bang katu masingolu bembulule ikafo meye forklifts melka selendiro ni jindiro ke bakasolu la melbe funti kan waranto ka dunnan na warehouse lu kono nga dinkira sumayari ngolu fana sotole ifula milla fano mu metar kemeleti karo bela adun isi cargo bakasolu tanole men sita fo ton tan woro ila sumaya fana futata tembeleto men ka fendolu mabono fo ikana tinya fo sene fengol lombang domori fengolu waranto jata kende ani bori ma fengolu cargo bakasolu la taradula kendo asulata jamani labang korosir langolu lela na double view x-ray korosir la masingolu aka cargo bagaso kono jubele komi cargo doko sartolu ya landi nyameng nyin double view x-ray amu jamani labang rapid scanaleti menka karafula korosiro keno cargo sifa bela wati kilngo kono to na doku lalo imu ayata karandingol leti miliyela doku no iframansata cargo doku na tamandiri nyato na doku la betea wayem futandi RA3 makamoleto mensa tinna fo nse cargo bagaso lu kinole kata UK aning EU bankolu kan GIA ka hakili tenkungo dila na doku woto ite nyina la men.
Every day is a new opportunity to make sure our first impressions are always our best and to see possibilities on the horizon. To make our facilities and services more accessible and find freedom all around us. With a location proximity to active markets, with a liberal air transportation policy. That daily pursuit is how we turn everyday opportunities for you. For all destination marketing support, customized packages for new existing airlines and operators, and for a highly ranked tourist destination, the Gambia Civil Aviation Authority is here to serve. We regulate air transport, operate and manage BIA technical requirements, merged with commercial considerations. We have experienced and well-trained aviation professionals to cater for your needs. For investment opportunities in building airport hotels, shopping malls, playground for children, do contact us on 4472-831, 4472-893. Gambia Civil Aviation Authority. We go beyond daily.